of us would certainly consider a dream job. He travels the world in search of the most delicious food. He might just be the only food critic that has to ask his mom, however, to drive him to the restaurants because he's not old enough to have his own driver's license yet. And thanks to the incredible edible egg, we're introducing our viewers to America's newest and most impressive restaurant critic. Watch this.
Here we go, sir.
Thank you.
Should keep you busy for a while.
I'm 12 years old. I write about food, but I'm still a regular kid. I started helping my mom in the kitchen when I was probably about 5. I just walk around and try and get onto a pan and try and flip something. And then as I grew older to 7 and 8, I would actually start looking at the recipes. I came to love more grown-up foods, my mother used to say, when I was young because I was shown them. When I went out to restaurants, my parents didn't bug me to try stuff. They let me choose to do that. There isn't really anything I don't really like. I discovered a food critic when my mom told me that if you really loved food, you could write about it. And I was like, what? I got to eat and write, 2 things I love to do.
Writing reviews started out as a fun hobby for David, but after a reporter from the New York Times heard about his talent, David's career as a food critic was born. This led him to write articles for magazines like GQ and Time Out Kids.
I go out to eat a little bit more than a typical 12-year-old would go out. So you'd think that I'd probably get fat. No matter what restaurant you go to, from fancy to not fancy, you're always going to have a choice between healthy and not healthy. Do you have any whole wheat, please?
Sure.
The 3 qualities I look for in a restaurant when I'm reviewing it are the decor, the service, and the food. The dish will come. Before I touch it, I write the presentation and how it looks, how it makes me feel, and then I'll take a bite. That's real filet mignon. And then I'll write about it. Overall, the Palm 2 is great. A good, warm environment, and it's definitely a place I come back to.
Well, this is David. I'm very impressed with David. Please welcome David to our show. What do people think when they see a young person such as yourself sitting alone in a restaurant? Do you ever get weird comments or people asking you if you're okay or if you've been abandoned or something?
Well, it's definitely not something you'll see every day, and I do get some stares and some, are your parents in the bathroom, or why are you here alone? But, I mean, it's just, you just keep eating. It's not a big deal.
Just blow it off, it's fine.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, do you find that since you've become a restaurant critic that you get fewer invitations from other moms to come over for dinner?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that might be the case. Now, we have something in common. We love Italy and the food you can find there, correct?
Yes.
Do you have any favorite meals or restaurants? Because I go there once a year with my husband to celebrate our anniversary. I was married there, so I could use some tips.
Well, we went all over, and I had so many great dishes. It changed the perspective of the way I look at food. It was just so much fun, and one of my favorite dishes was this squid dish stuffed with carrots, zucchini, and shrimp.
Mmm. Oh, look at that picture. Oh, doesn't it look fantastic? Yeah, that's a gorgeous plate. Now, you got a little excerpt you're going to read us from your review, yes?
Yeah. I wrote crisp with salt, great fish, perfect presentation, delicate and on top of olive oil.
Nice. Beautifully done. You know, he also kept a video diary with him. Let's watch a little clip here.
Hi, Rachel. I'm at Pizza Metro eating my first slice of pizza in Italy, and it's really good. This is really good pizza. It just went from dough and straight into the oven. It was wood burning. As you can see, the crust is well done, and with mozzarella cheese and some prosciutto on top, and it's a really, really good pizza.
So, I also like the advice that David was giving in the earlier excerpt that we watched of you doing a review, that there are always healthy, well-balanced choices. I mean, you're a very fit, healthy-looking young man, and don't you feel that good food and food that's good for you will always keep you within a relatively safe zone when it comes to your weight and your health?
Well, when it comes to weight and health, you do have to watch it. A couple tips is definitely exercise as much as you can.
Walk to the restaurants that you're enjoying.
And don't finish the dish. Don't hesitate to take a bite and just push it away.
When you're truly full, don't force yourself to clear the plate.
Right. I learned that the hard way.
Don't tell moms that you just said that. Well, you can look for more of David right here. I'm going to make sure he comes back and works with us again, because I just think it's fantastic. Thank you to our friends at the Incredible Edible Egg, and we'll be right back. Congratulations. Heading your way, a quick cooking brunch that's satisfying to your stomach and your wallet.